Hey everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, that is all of my laundry that I have to fold. Life has been lifing. And if you watched my last couple of videos, I mentioned that I am recovering from COVID. So I definitely need to reset my space. So that's what this video is going to be about. I am getting my life together, getting my apartment in order so my creativity can start to flow again. So everything was just everywhere and I'm putting things back in order and just sanitizing and resetting my space. So if you're interested in seeing me do that, keep watching. Good morning. Today is Saturday, September 16th, and I'm starting off my morning just vacuuming my area rug in the living room. So I'm wanting to just start off with some nice clean floors. My apartment has been needing some love as I have been recovering. So it is time. So next I'm going to move on to laundry. Laundry is probably like my least favorite thing to do and I always put it off until the last minute. So I'm finally getting to laundry, which was like I had been washing like a lot of towels and a lot of our bedding because I had, been sick. So really needed to get like all of that stuff washed. So once laundry was folded and put away, I moved on to my dining room table. This table just gets really dusty. And also there's a lot of crumbs underneath the table that just kind of collect under there. I should probably like sweep underneath there after each meal. But yeah, for some reason it's just really dirty in this area. So after I clean the table, I'm gonna clean underneath the table and around my baseboards here get really dirty too. So I wanted to give those a scrub because it has been, I don't know how long since I got down here and cleaned these baseboards. So they were like really dusty and dirty. You probably can't see from this angle. And then as I go out of frame there, like I'm finding like food that was like splashed up on the wall. There was also like paint up on the wall because sometimes my son and I do arts and crafts in this area. So I did sweep under here off camera, or maybe I vacuumed underneath here off camera, and then I'm just gonna mop. And I'm using a Swiffer, but I'm just using a washcloth as the mopping part because I don't have any more of those, what do you call them? The Swiffer wipes. So I'm just using a washcloth. So I'm going to put my chairs back at the table. And then I'm going to move on to my fan, which is extremely dusty. So love a nice, neat, clean dining room table, nice and shiny. And yeah, I'm loving it. I feel better already just looking at that. And that's giving me the motivation to keep going. So my fan, yikes, really dusty. And I use this fan like all the time. It's towards the end of summer. And so, I use this fan like every single night. I like to sleep with my fan just like blowing, not directly on me, but it kind of acts as like a white noise. So this fan gets a lot of use and it's really dusty. So I took off I don't know what you call that part. I took that part off. I brought it over to my sink and I'm just like rinsing away a lot of the dust. And then I'm going to go in and just like scrub it with soap and water. And yeah, so I am just going to throw some music on and just let you guys soak up the cleaning vibes. So after cleaning the front part of the fan, I'm just getting this towel, a little bit soapy, but I'm going to wring out all of the excess water because I'm going to be cleaning the blades of the fan, and those are just super dirty. Oh my God, like they look gray instead of black. Oh my goodness. So those were just really dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean those front and back, and you could just see like the difference, like how, oh my goodness, I cannot believe these were like this dusty. So I don't know how to take off the back part of the fan, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that off camera. I'm gonna clean the back part with just like some Clorox wipes because I don't want to get it wet back there. So that's what my Clorox wipes looked like after I cleaned the back of the fan. And so we are giving her a test run because she's nice and clean. And when I tell you that breeze is breezing, it feels like so much better. Like, I love it. Whew, nice and cool. So who remembers Daria? Put a heart in the comment. These are for my, what was that, late 90s, early 2000s. Daria is on Paramount Plus, if you have it. I still watch Daria, one of my favorite cartoons from that time. So yeah, now it's time for me to get these dishes done. I had them like out of the sink, of course, while I was cleaning the fan. So yeah, now it's time to start on dishes. I find that like if my bed is made and my dining room table is clean and the dishes are done, I find that the house it just feels automatically like more clean. So I'm just rinsing these and putting these away. And yeah, you're in a cleaning video right now. This is a clean with me. So if you're here for my usual content, you have probably skipped this by now, and I totally understand that. But I just wanted to bring you guys along with me as I reset my space, because as someone who's creative, there's no way that I can like journal and plan when my house is like this. So I feel like when I can like journal and plan, I feel so much better and my head feels like much more clear and everything just kind of flows. There's just no way that I can like journal and plan when my house is just like not giving what I needed to give. So yeah, and I might do these videos more often. I might do some weekly resets here and there. And I feel like I just feel so much better when my house is just like neat and tidy. And of course, we're human. It's not always going to be neat and tidy. There's always going to be a mess or something that needs to be done. But gosh, it just really does wonders for my mental health when I can just dedicate one day to cleaning. Like cleaning just really helps me think, and it's kind of like therapy in its own way. So now it's time for me to move on to my desk area. And it's not too bad. A lot of times I just find myself just putting random things here just as the day passes. Like I have some jewelry there, I have some Vicks Vapor Rub from when I was sick. And this area over here is just kind of messy. There's just kind of like random stuff here. So I just want to kind of put everything where it belongs. Like my books need to go on my bookshelf, my wallet needs to go back in my purse, and this little empty space here, I'm gonna put something right there on the end of my desk. So I'm just gonna start off by moving everything, and then I'm just gonna wipe my desk down. So I brought my art cart from out of my hallway closet, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put it here at the end of my desk. And so I just like took out all of my markers and pens and Sharpies and everything. These particular ones that I'm holding right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these. I wasn't a fan of those. So I'm just setting those off to the side. So what I'm going to try to do is organize all of these items by type. Like I'm going to put like all of my highlighters together, my pens together, my markers together, Sharpies and everything, etc. And some of my other supplies like scissors and my hole puncher. So whenever I want to reach for something, hopefully like the goal is to not be digging for certain items, but to just be able to grab exactly what I want. It was about right here that I started to feel overwhelmed, and I was like, oh my goodness, why did I decide to like do all of this today? So, but I did end up finishing like organizing like all of the supplies right here in front of me. And then I did take a much needed break. I took a little nap on the couch. So this is later in the evening. My son and I went to the grocery store, and before I like put everything away, I wanted to get to my fridge. So this is my fridge before. I'm pretty much gonna like toss everything that's in here, just kind of go through here, see what is still good, what needs to be thrown out. Cleaning out my refrigerator is something else that I don't enjoy doing. I mean, I don't know if anybody really enjoys cleaning out their fridge. So I always tend to like, put this off. So let's go ahead and tackle it. I apologize for the lighting in this clip. It is pretty late at night by this point. I wanted to go to the grocery store later because I wanted to avoid the crowd. So this is like with me just taking everything out. It's not too bad. I'm just going to use a wipe to clean out the doors of the fridge. And then for the bottom drawers, I'm going to take those to the sink and wash those with soap and water. So now that my refrigerator is all wiped out, it's all nice and clean, I'm going to start putting some of the condiments back inside of the door. And then once I have that done, I'm going to also clean out my freezer. I just find it funny that crumbs are in my freezer. I'm like, is this food up here having a party while I'm sleeping? So I started off cleaning the door. I just have some ice packs in here for my son's lunchbox, and then I have some popsicles. So guys, these popsicles right here, they're mango with tahini. So good, like a spicy popsicle. So I'm just gonna wipe out the bottom part of my freezer, and what I'm going to do next is clean out the drawers at the bottom of my fridge. And that is probably the one thing that's really like daunting about cleaning out the fridge, because those items, those drawers on the bottom of the fridge are just really bulky. And I don't have the biggest kitchen sink, but I'm gonna make it work. So now I'm going to attempt to wash this shelf. It's just really big. It's really awkward. It doesn't really fit in my sink. But it's okay. I'm going to make it work. It's going to get a little bit messy, but that's okay. So there were just like some crumbs and just some crud in here that needed to be scrubbed out. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that. And I'll come back and chat with you guys a little bit more. After cleaning the shelf, I'm going to clean the glass insert that went inside this shelf. And I have to be really careful cleaning this because this glass is just really thin and fragile. And every time I clean it, I feel like I'm going to break it. So I'm just trying to be really gentle. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I reset my space so my creativity can start to flow again. So here is my refrigerator. Things are just looking really good, really organized for all of our lunches and meals. Really excited about how this turned out. So nice and neat and clean, and it just feels really good to open the fridge and have it look really neat and organized. So next I'm going to show you guys how my desk area turned out. So my desk area is ready for writing and filming and creating, and I'm so excited. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.